I had my mic muted while I did the intro, but thank you everyone for showing up for EU3 tonight. Tonight we are here with Caxel, who is usually racing in this tier, but he is here in comms tonight as his wheel is not working. He's standing in for Maddie. And hello, Caxel.
Hello, hello. Yeah, I'm so excited for this. I wish I was racing, but unfortunately I can't. But we can see now we are heading into qualify for the Austrian Grand Prix. We could take a look at the standings we're at it, Hako. At the moment, Williams is on top at the moment, 43 points. Obviously with Rob and his teammate, followed by the AlphaTauri, my team. Alamak doing an amazing job at the moment for the first two races. Alpine goes third. They've moved up 6 places from last weekend. Alfa Romeo have just stayed in their position with 27 points. Ferrari are 5th, 25 points. They've only managed to get 1 win and 1 fastest lap doing that. Haas is in 6th. McLaren in 7th with 10 points. Mercedes in 8th with 7. And the Red Bull and the Aston Martin's not managing to get a point at all this season. We head to the Drivers' Championship though. My teammate, Alamnak, is so far the championship leader, 36 points. Only 2 P2s at the moment, which has boosted him to P1. Rob is in second in the championship, 27 points, 9 points behind my teammate. Racer in the Ferrari, 25 points. He's only managed to get 1 win this season. Griffin in 4th for the Alpine team, also on 25 points, joining points with Racer. Ty Clear in the Williams, 16 points. Dan Robbo is in the Alfa Romeo for 11 points. TTV Stels Joe in the McLaren with 10 points. YZ with 8. Hex with 6. How do you say his name? Anzeg in the Haas for 4 points. TTV Stoke with 1 point, and then everyone else below, Panda, Luke, Jokey, Yeet, Milos, iScript, Mons, Obi, and of course me, because I haven't technically done any races, with 0 points. As, if you want to take it away, Hako?
Yes, it is a tight championship so far. But we do have Stelshow on his first attempt in qualifying. He's going purple in sector 2 as he's the first driver out. He is heading into the final 2 corners now of the track. Such a difficult track Austria is, especially with the track limits. We will see quite a few penalties. I think 1.4.4 is the benchmark. We're tied with a 1.64. I think that's not a clean attempt.
Yeah. At the moment, I think there's got to be faster times than this. I think someone is going to make a bigger benchmark than that 104.4, but it depends because the grip so far is low. It's the start of qualifying, and over time when the drivers drive out on the track, it's obviously going to get grippier.
Yeah, definitely. I am currently following the second person in the championship, Robstar591. He's been on it this season in race pace. He's been a bit nowhere in qualifying, but he has been working on his qualifying pace. I know because I have worked with him to tell him how to improve his qualifying. But he is currently going up to the line with a 1.4.9 for Rob. So he is just behind Milosh with a 1.4.8, as it is quite close up in the it's not close. Estelsha has pulled out a good lap on his first banker lap. We have Sid standing in, who won last night, if I'm pretty sure. So he is in the Ferrari tonight. He is on a push lap, I think. Or is he? No, his rear light is blinking. But we do have Razorback. He's currently in the pits, and Almanac is on an invalidated lap. So they will.
Yeah, I just saw him. He invalidated in turn 6. He went wide. That's the most place you could get invalidation this track, isn't it?
Yeah. So Caxel, take it away with a lap with Almanac.
So, my teammate for the AlphaTauri going up to turn 3 now. The first sector, 16.3. It's not purple, but into turn 3 we go. He's gone a bit deep, but he's managed to just clip that apex. Then that run into turn 4, the second DRS zone as we head towards turn 4. I'd say 4/3 gear. He's gone into third a bit too late, but it's a decent turn 4 as we head towards turn 5 now. We're going to go see his sector 2, see if it's any good for a purple. It will be. It's a 29.0 for him as we head towards turn 9 and 10, where you can definitely invalidate your lap if you just go a millimetre too wide from that apex there. He's just managed to keep it alive there. Into turn 10 we go. This is good for Alamat. Would he be able to get provisional pole? It's P4, 104.9. It's a decent lap, but I think he could definitely improve on that.
Yeah, he has been on it this season so far. Almanac has. We have race going on to a lap in the Otto Ferrari. As Sid has entered the pits, they haven't done a clean lap so far this session, but race is going on for their first attempt in qualifying, heading into turn 1. You brake just after the 100 and you have to clip the inside. You can't go over the curb anymore, as they have raced it, which did catch a few drivers out in the EU1 chat. A 16.1 in the first sector from Racer. That's a good first sector. But he will be heading into turn 4 now, down the straight, having a bit of traffic from the Merc, but seems to be alright. A bit twitchy on the rear, that Ferrari, but that's how you want your car. You want the rotation through turn 5. Seems good. Turn 6 will such a difficult corner to maximize because you want to be all over that curb on the exit, but he seems to do that nicely as well. Heading into the last 2 corners of this lap, seems to be alright. Very difficult the last corner, but he seems to be alright on that as well, at 104.8. So Stelzio is quite clear up top with a 104.4.
Yeah, I think that was a really impressive lap by him to put it on that second row. I'd like to see him go much more faster than that. So far, who else is on a lap? It looks like Dan Robbo has just started his lap. I'm not... No, he hasn't. He's
doing his normal long runs. But we have Panda starting a lap, currently in P2. So they will try and improve from that position. Heading into turn 1, you want to maximize the track as well. But you don't want to test that outside curb because it will unsettle the car quite a bit. Heading up to turn 3, you want to use the curb as you want to maximize your entry, and he has a spin. Ooh. And yeah, you have King Luke going by, having a wonderful side of his teammate, doing a pirouette. Down to turn 4 we go with Luke, as we then follow the other Red Bull. Luke has been really strong in qualifying, but has been very unlucky in the races. Which is unfortunate, but he does stay very tight there. That's good to see. And he seems to be just about down on his time, and that's an invalidation. As I said, it's very easy to invalidate on the exit there.
Yeah, I feel like both Rebels have good qualifying pace. They just don't have the race pace this season. Obviously, they haven't scored points at all this season. Some unluckiness in the races they've had. But they need to be on top form this race. It's their home Grand Prix for the Red Bull team, so there's high expectations for that. But they just need to get their season up and running. If they want to fight for a championship, if they want to fight for the drivers or the constructors, they need to work together. They need the pace for it. If they don't have that, then they're going to be a bit unlucky with what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's the thing. It is very easy to mess up your race. It's just one mistake and your race is done for. Um, that's we saw it last night, not last night, but last time around with Panda. He was in a really good position and he had a minor spin or collision with someone, and then he went all the way to the back again. He's been up there in the races. He's done alternate strategies to most people. He's been very happy on the hard tire. Um, we'll probably see that again tonight, as Almanac is up by 1.5 tenths going through sector 1. So he is improving, showing that there's pace. He's up
Ooh.
by 3 tenths now, heading into the last sector. Last 2 corners, you can gain so much time by maximizing track limits here. It does seem to do it nicely. Bit of a twitch on the rear end on the exit, a 1.4.5 by Almanac. That's a 4 tenths improvement. And Milosh has been, didn't even see the Milosh is right behind Stelzio.
I think what's happening with the EU3 drivers is they're all really unconfident with turn 9, because obviously the line at turn 9, you want to put your car right on the curb. They're putting only their front right wheels on there. They want to put more of their little bit of their underbody, the floor on there, to gain more time, because they're more concentrated about wheel rotation and not exceeding track limits. I think they just need to be more confident when doing that. But obviously, if that's the line that helps them become fast, then obviously it will help. But I just feel like they're just not confident through turn 9, any of the drivers, because all the onboards I've seen, they've barely touched that curb into turn 9. So let's see if anyone pushes it to the max and during their final runs.
Yeah, that's the thing. It is such a difficult last sector. Mostly because you have to maximize the limits of the track. So that is very important to do. Racer is up by a 10th going out of the first sector. He seems to have a good straight line speed in that Ferrari. Purple sector 1 with a 1:16.040, and purple in the middle sector as well, 3 tenths up by the Ferrari. Racer did win, what was it? The first race of the season, I forgot now. Japan did win Japan.
Yeah.
And cutting the corner there, not an invalidation, it's a 1.4.5. So it's getting close up at the top. We have Milosh going out again. They are right behind Stelzio, and they will be going on for a lap again in the Haas. Turn 1 seems to be good there. Really clever that inside curb. And they are using the curb going up into turn 3. That will maximize your entry point, so you can carry a bit more speed going into the corner, get a better exit as well. And they will be using the curb going down into turn 4 as well. Really nice rotation from the Haas. And now heading into turn 6. It seems to be decent lap so far from Milosh. So are they up? They are up by 1/10.5 going into the final sector. 4 minutes left of the session. They want to be done with their laps just about now, and heading through the final corner, it will be a provisional pole. No, it won't.
Ooh.
He's lost time in the final sector, Milosh has. So he's just behind Stelzio. We have Panda out for a lap as well. They are just on that.
He needs to get into the pits ASAP.
Yeah. Unless they want to finish this lap, and they will finish this lap. So heading through the final corner now, maximizing track limits, and that's an invalidation. And that's why it's so easy to, it would have been 2 tenths improvement as well. So who else do we have out there? No one yet. or will Goran go for a lap? Goran is going for a lap in the Merc. So Goran heading into turn 1, you want to really maximize the corner here. Seems to do it alright. It's all about getting a good exit now. Heading up the straight. You have the Williams behind, just coming out of the pits just behind him. Seems to be a decent corner from Goran. We'll be heading into turn 4 now. Really on the limit with the exit curve there. Don't tend to see people using that exit curve as much, but Goran is happy to do so. 2.5 tenths up and maximizing the track limits going through turn 6 to 7. Turn 9, it is on the curb, and on the curb on the exit as well. That seems to be a decent lap by Goran. 1:4.7, 5 tenths improvement.
I think where he gained the time was turn 4, using that curb to the limit. And I told you, if he used that turn 9 curb, he's the only driver that I've seen so far who's been really confident on that curb at turn 9, and that's gained him P6 with that. That's amazing by Goran, but obviously he won't be going out for another lap because there's only a minute left.
Yeah, you have Stelzio finishing his lap. It's a 1:4.3. So that's a decent lap by Stelzio.
No, Milos is still in the pits. That's unusual. I don't think he's going to go out for another lap. So provisional pole at the moment is to Stel. 1:04.3, obviously what Hako said. Everyone else is on that out lap. So let's go to the final run to qualifying.
Yeah, Almanak will be one of the first people to do so. No, you do have
Ooh.
both Red Bulls. And oh no, that's not a tow. I thought they were gonna give each other a tow, but they won't. But Almanak heading through turn 1 and then going up to the straight through turn 2, which shouldn't really be a corner, but it is. Turn 3, it is on the brakes very hard. Gotta maximize the exit. Seems to be alright. Down towards turn 4, want to maximize your rotation and the brakes as well. Seems to be decent from Almanac through here now, and heading through turn 4-5 will be very difficult, but they will do it. Seems to be decent lap by Almanac. Half a tenth up. Through the final sector, or the final 2 corners. I am messing up my words. On the limit in those corners, and it will be at 1:4.3.
Good.
And Racer just behind as well, pushing just about down on their time, but they can make up time in the final sector, and it is an improvement. Mirage is done. Munch is on a lap, 2 tenths up, and Purple in sector 2. They will be pushing throughout this final sector to maybe put it on the front row. So
Where's the apex?
yeah, he's that's an invalidation. You don't want to see that. Griffin is in.
I think that would have been pole.
Yeah,
No,
might
that
have
would have
been.
been front row actually.
Definitely would have been. We do have Panda going, and he's maximizing it completely. It's a 1:4.7 by Panda, and he moves up to P7. So it is quite tight up at the front.
I think the top 5 are all the ones for the race win today. Mons, that would have been second or front row for him. I think he improved by 2 tenths on that lap, I think. Especially when he's 3 tenths behind, he would have possibly put that on the front row. But unfortunate for him, he didn't.
Yeah, he was really on for a decent lap there in the Aston Martin. Really pushing, and you could tell that he wanted that pole position because he tried to maximize it through the final corner. But we do have Stelzio on pole. Again, showcasing that the McLarens do have a quality pace. Will he convert it into a win? We will see in a bit. Almanac P2, Midas P3. Great qualifying from the Haas driver. Racer in P4, Munch P5, Goran P6, Panda P7, putting it up there on the final run. Ty in P8 in the Williams, and Andre in P9 in the other Haas. Rob in P10, Griffin P11, King Luke P12, Sid P13, Robbo P14, and then we have, I didn't see who was in P15, but you know, Austria is all about getting decent track position and being maybe a tiny bit lucky in the races, because you're quite prone to safety cars around here with all the cars bunch up.
Yeah, I think P15 was... Oh, I didn't get the right person. I forgot who it was now.
I should be able to check if I go into the race director quickly. It is Obi-Wan in the other Aston Martin and Viceboy in P16. Both of those had quality bands going into this one, so they would be at the back. Only 16 drivers tonight. I think we're missing a few full-time drivers who didn't show up for some reason.
Yeah. So what do you think will be the strategy for today's race? I think it's just medium hard. I was thinking, with the practice races that some of the EU1 drivers were doing, I feel like medium softs could be the way to go on that 36 laps of that race. I think you could do 20 laps on those mediums and move on to the softs. The softs do run perfectly, but off you go, Hako.
Yeah, we have 5 lights on and they will be out, and we are on the way for the Austrian Grand Prix here in Kos. It's a great start from Millers actually on that second row, trying to attack into turn 1, but they are on the hard tires. They don't have the grip to do so, and we have Munch out of the race, and that's off turn 1.
What happened there?
And we have 2 penalties, and we have a Williams without a wing. That is Robstar 591.
I think who would have hit him? I think Rob might have hit him. Reason why he's out, and then that caused him to hit someone else.
As well.
So I think Luke and Dan's hit or something, or they've hit someone else. That's why their rings are gone. But I think Mons is being tagged from behind and crashed right into someone else, and that's caused him out the race. That's unfortunate for Mons as well, especially with a good qualifying.
Yeah, that was a great qualifying by Munch. Well, we do have this. We will go on for tires. We have 2 mediums in front, Almanac and Stelzio. Milosh on hards, Racer on hards, Goran on mediums, Ty on mediums, Panda on hards, Andre on hards. It is then medium, 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 hard, 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 hard. But we will have a few drivers in to change a few wings now because of the damage on that lap. And Stelzio with a drive-through, speeding on the virtual safety car. That is, again, I've said it, the McLarens, they mess up the races, and Miller's is putting on an attack on Almanac, and will Racer then get a look afterwards? No, Miller's will keep on fighting Almanac heading into turn 3. No, he stays behind for now. Those hard tires look fired up after that restart. They don't need to focus on Stelzio now. He is clear, but he does have that drive-through, so they can focus on staying within DRS, as that is so important around here. You have Ty staying very close to the back of that Mercedes, and then you have Panther losing a bit of ground in P7, 8 tenths behind. And you already have a bit of a gap. So Dan does have a gap, but he had a bit of an accident on the first lap. So That is unfortunate. Stelzio stays out for now with that drive-through penalty. Almanac catching back up, and then will be trying to drop Miloš behind, as they are on a different set of tires in a different race, different strategy. Racer behind is struggling to keep up as well. We have King Luke battling with Obi-Wan. King Luke stays in front in the Red Bull. That will make Dan Robbo catch up. I think Luke might have made a mistake somewhere. That's unfortunate. Panda is almost out of that DS window. You don't want to be out of that DS window. Stelzio will need to come in this lap, or they will be disqualified from the race. Almanac is pushing on behind. They will be trying to maybe go for a move, or will they stay behind? Heading into turn 3, they will be trying to look up the inside, but stays behind, just telling Stelzio that I am here, I'm ready to pounce. Miloš behind.
I think what Almanac is doing, I think he's just going to stay behind for the rest of this lap, because he wants to conserve those tyres to the max he wants to survive for this strategy, and knowing that Stel has a drive-through penalty, I think he'll be taking the lead anyway this lap. So that's why he might be staying behind him.
Yeah, most likely that is correct. Goran has been dropped as he overtook Racer. Stelzio will be heading into the pits. Stays within the white lines perfectly. Miloš has caught up to the back of Almanac. Those two will be fighting up to turn 3 now. I would assume that Miloš might just try and stay behind for now. Save the gears, save the tires. They have to go long anyway, don't they? But they won't. Is he going up the inside? He is going up the inside into turn 3. Almanac on the outside is on the better tires. Will most likely have the better grip on exit. And he does have the DRS as well.
He positioned that AlphaTauri absolutely perfectly. He did it also on the VSC. Someone is retiring. It's Sid retiring from the race. He's gone into the pits and retired. But Almanac is good with defending. He positioned that car beautifully into turn 3. And obviously, what you said on the mediums, better grip and better traction out of turn 3.
Yeah, I'm currently following Ty. He's very close behind Racer. Ty is on the medium tires while Racer is on the hard tire, so he will try and see if he can get past, get the track position, as he will need it later on in the race. We do have a yellow flag in sector 1, but that is Sid's car, parking it somewhere up the road. That might make it difficult for Miloš to go on the attack because of the yellow flag. No, Sid's car is removed and Miloš stays behind for now, as these guys down here are quite close together actually. Bit of a DS train going on.
Dan did make an overtake on King into turn 3 well before the break is only into turn 3. I just saw that on the corner of my eye. Except then the big fight is between Ty and Racer for P4 in this race. But obviously Racer will have the DRS from Goran as well. So this is a 3-car battle. Panda is trying to pounce on it as well. So there could be a DRS train coming very, very soon as we head into turn 9 now, and Racer's trying to make a move on Goran, which is what you need to do if you want to stay ahead of Ty, who is pretty fast at the moment in that Williams, following his teammates pit stop due to his wing getting broken. But so we head the run into turn 3 now. I don't think, oh, here we go, actually, never mind, because Maya is trying to make a move on Almanac as well, while at it. He did lift us well going into turn 3, so he gets the DRS again. And now he's going to pounce into turn 4. He's got the DRS. He's looking for the inside. Will he be able to make a move into turn 4? Almanac tries to keep it, holds it, as they will go wheel to wheel almost into turn 5. And Almanac has to concede that position. A new race leader is the Haas of Mayo, that was a good move and a good strategy to get that DRS going down into turn 4. King has a 3-second time penalty as well as the 4-car battle is still going on place.
Yeah, 4 tenths between every car in this train. Just shows you how close that is. Just behind the 2 front runners. They want to try and work together to catch up to the front runners. But will Almanac pounce into turn 3? Got the pace and Robstop with 3 seconds as well. As I said early on, it's very easy to get a penalty around here. Milosh is overtaken but gets the DRS and is pouncing straight back on Almanac going into turn 4. Not even. He's ahead well before. And Race is just behind Goran as well. So close here.
I think what Almanac needs to do now is wait till turn 4, because I think that's what Mayo is doing. If Almanac attacks into turn 3, gets ahead of Mayo, Mayo can hit straight back into turn 4. So I think what Almanac needs to do is wait. You don't have to overtake in turn 3. Patience is key for this race because turn 4 is also a really dominant DRS zone. So 7 tenths behind, now 6 tenths. What Almanac needs to do now is wait till turn 4. I think that's what he needs to do.
Yeah, and then again, he might just try and back off a bit, get the engine temps down and just save a bit of battery, tires, just play it safe. Almanac is a very experienced driver. Raced him in 22, very experienced, very smart as well. So Red Panda is very close to the back of Ty. So the mediums are dropping off a bit compared to the hard tires now. They will be about equal in terms of pace, I would assume. So it's all about the driver now. Finding that pace. Ty is struggling. He's slowly falling out of that DS window. As Munch leaves the session after his accident.
Oh, here we go then. Red Panda is all over the back of Ty, who is just in DRS. He needs to be in DRS if he wants to defend from Red Panda, but he'll also have to dump that ERS and it as well. But he is blinking red on his ERS, so obviously if it blinks, he is under 10% as Racers made the position up into turn 3 on Goran. So now we headed to turn 4. Would he be able to catch back? He is 4 tenths behind. So I don't think he's just too far back, but Red Panda's going to dance it down the inside of turn 4 on Ty. What a move that was on the hard. Just shows the meters are dropping off. Ty is going to catch back going into turn 5. Red Panda defends the inside line, but manages to get that position done. That was an amazing move by Panda into turn 4. Just absolutely went for it.
Yeah, complete send by Panda, and it works out perfectly as he's now catching back up, stretching the field out a bit, and getting a warning on the way, cutting the inside corner completely in the last corner, but that's alright. He just needs to stay safe with those warnings, as they can cost you the win here. So he's catching up, and Goran is on the medium tires, while I think Race is on the hards. Yeah, he is. So hard tires are definitely coming into their own now. Almanac and Milosh are fighting. Almanac getting into the lead now, heading into turn 4, and Milosh just outbraking him. And Andre and Dan Rubbo fighting. Andre staying ahead of Dan Rubbo, heading into turn 4. So fighting going on all over the place.
Yeah, I told Almanac, you need to wait till turn 4, and that's exactly what he's done there. That's why he's got the DRS again into turn 4, but now we head into lap 12 or 36 here. Almanac is weaving a bit, going to go inside line defensive, but obviously you don't need to. No one's going to overtake into turn 1. It's a very hard place to overtake. As Andres is the first person to pit, but now here comes Mayo into turn 3. I've got to see his onboard. Is he going to lift? He isn't, but Almanac's going to see the inside. No, he won't. But now he will have the DRS. He is 3 tenths behind Mayo. I think it's too far back, actually, to make a move. He's not using his ERS, so obviously he won't be making a move, and that is Mayo back into the lead of the race.
Yeah, Miller showing the racecraft, staying close in the final sector, and then ready to pounce out of turn 1. Still a 4-car train down here for the final podium position, as the 2 front runners are doing their own race up in front, and Almanac being stretched out a bit by Milosh. Maybe Milosh pushing a bit to stay safe into turn 4, so they can maybe try and gap the field a bit. As I see Panda on the absolute limit, as Thijs going into the pits on those medium tires. He doesn't think that they're gonna be very much any good anymore.
So that will set fire for everyone else to pit on those mediums, because that will be an undercut threat for example, I think Goran's on the medium. Goran, not Panda. It will be for Goran, actually, the undercut, because obviously he's also on the medium, but Racer and Panda are on the hard, so they will be going longer. Almanac still trying to make a move into turn 4, won't be able to do it. So he would also need to react to ties, possibly, even though he had 2-second advantage, which cuts off that undercut. But we will see what will happen as we head into turn 8 now. Will Almanac pit, or will he stay out? He stays out.
Yeah, Almanac got that gap, so he is secure for pit. Goran stays out as well. I do think lap 13 is very early to pit for hard tires, as you have to do 23 laps on those tires to make it to the end. That's a long time on one set of tires, but you might make it work. But the difference in tire weight is so massive this game, so it could work the other way around.
Yeah, I'm just looking here on the racing tools. Goran, as Rob gets another 3-second penalty, Goran's tyres on the mediums are still working at good ability. It's not near puncture region, so obviously the mediums are still the way to go. You can still push those mediums off. Obviously, I can't see anyone else's tyre percentages, so telemetry is a bit bugged here, but the medium's still working as effect. They are on the same pace than the hards at the moment, so they will be extending it. And I think the hards and the mediums might pit at the exact same time here, because how well the DEG is at the moment here. They will be able to extend their strategy, as we're in turn 1 now. 5 seconds behind is Almanac on Mayo. So let's see if he will make a move. He's 6 seconds back, so I know he won't, but he will get the DRS into turn 4 if he gets a good exit out of turn 3. He was looking for the inside move. Obviously, a car pulling to the right-hand side and then pulling back onto the racing line, going into the braking. But now, into turn 4 now, he is 5 tenths behind, so he definitely won't be making a move. Griffin pits. I'm assuming hard tyres. Yes, it will be hard tyres. But then, no one's really making a move except Racer all over the back of Goran. 3 tenths behind. He was almost wheel to wheel out the exit of turn 4.
Yes, it is very close around here. Panda is still hanging on those hard tires. He's doing very well for himself. So far, Panda is showing that he has got the pace to stay up here, but hasn't had the luck to do so far this season. And he's doing really well for himself right now. He's going to the right-hand side to cool the car down a bit. We'll be going back to the racing line now, heading into the corner. And Racer a bit slightly on exit. Panda will be maybe trying to go for a move up into turn 3. Will he send it down the inside? No, he won't.
Ooh,
maybe he will.
He will.
That's a very late break from Panda. the number 3 car, just
that's
like
cost
Daniel
him.
Ricciardo. Late braking
But
is his
it's
thing.
compromised him.
Yeah, it has. The exit won't be good when you're braking that late, but he did try and just showcase that he is still there and ready to just fight if you make a mistake. So it's all about being in the opponent's head when you're in a DS train. He's falling back a bit in the second sector. I think he might have some really good straight line speed.
Yeah, as Almanac is out of DRS now, so those tyres are gone off. He would need to pit now if he wants to get the undercut done on Mayo. So the meters are starting to fall off dramatically. I think someone's made a move into turn 1. I think that was Wisey, or Ty. I think he's made the move.
Yeah, Ty getting on the outside into turn 9.
Oh, that's a nice shabby move by Ty. As there is still there's still a 3-car battle now. It will turn into 4 because Ty is catching up. I don't know how much he is behind. I think he's about 11 to 12 seconds. So he will be gaining the undercut on the 3, 4, and P5s. But they're still fine. They need to stop fighting so they can work together. But then Almanac, he is really suffering. He's 2 seconds behind now.
Yeah, Milos has pushed and Goran is now going into the pits. So he's looking to go into the pits on those hard and medium tires. They are done for today. And so is Obi and so is Stelshow. So everyone pitting now. Stelshow was the pole position man. He got a drive through. He's now at the rear of the field. Panda now making a move into turn 3. A late break again by Panda, and he is ahead. And I don't think Race is gonna be able to capitalize off the DRS going into turn 4. Maybe he will. He will try and send it down the inside, and he does do so. And that's very late, and he does give that position back as he completely blocked Panda. And I don't think that was his intention. So good sportsmanship between both drivers here, as they don't want to fight among themselves. You want to stay cool and collected to then make up time.
I don't know why Almanac is still out. He's now giving Myra undercut threat. So he wants to extend these. I think he's looking for those softs. I think that's what Almanac is looking for. So he will be extending that. He will be extending this stint. I think he will be going for the softs for the end of the race. But Racer is making a move on Panda. He's gone well off the track to one of Panda's dive bombs, which now gives Panda the best exit in the world for him against Racer, and he will be ahead. Going back into turn 4, will Racer look for another move? No, he won't. There is a yellow flag heading into turn 2 and 3. Yeah, that looked like it was Luke.
Yeah, I think that was Luke having a small spin, maybe. Unfortunate. Racer really close through this sector. I think that showcases that Panda's setup isn't good in the second sector. It is really good in the first, in the start of the second sector. A straight line speed is quite important. And Panda going in. Race is in. Will then Rubber go in? He will stay out on those hard tires. Almanac still stays out. So he's going very long on those medium tires. They'll be completely finished by now. Milos has got a really big gap out in the lead. Ty is now up to P4. And Goran behind is on the hard tires. 3.3 seconds behind, but does have a tire advantage in the end, as Ty went really early on those hard tires. They will hit the drop off first. Luke is in the pits.
I don't get why he's not peeing. Because now this isn't for the race win no more. I think Myers has absolutely extended that, and now he will be looking for the win, as he will be coming into the pit. So Almanac needs to come in. He will be coming in. Let's see what Almanac puts on. Let's see what Mayo puts on. So this is the pits war now. So our let's see what Mayo goes on. It looks like mediums. It is mediums. Let's see what Almanac puts on.
Almanac is the soft tire, and he will be pushing on those. But they will struggle at the end as well, and ties up into P3 ahead of Almanac as well. So he's really made that undercut work, and so has Goran. He's gone past Almanac as well. So Almanac has lost out a lot with that undercut by those two.
I think he just wanted to extend those softs. He will be doing 16, 15 laps on the softs, which will be a stretch, but it will possibly last depending on what's going to happen. But that he should have appeared a bit earlier. I think he would have. I think personally for me, if I was losing 2 seconds a lap on the race rival, I think I would have pit. And Mayo's set a purple sector too, so that is fierce. But obviously, I think Almanac will be doing a faster lap.
Yeah, he might. Dan Robot heading into the pits. He's got a 5-second penalty to serve for a severe collision on lap 1. And Almanac will be now overtaking on the main straight. He's got so much more grip than those hard tires of Goran. So Goran will be trying to use this DRS to maybe catch up to tie up in front. Could work out for him. Purple sector 1 from Almanac heading into turn 3 now. He almost got the DRS on to Ty, and Milosh has created an insane gap on just those 2 laps he's been on this tire.
But I think Almanac will be pushing, and he will be gaining, because obviously grip, obviously the tyres will be better composed during these first 10 laps, but obviously when it slows down, he will be having to defend like a lion. Almanac will be, if he overtakes Mayo, as now we're heading into turn 10 and into turn 1. He's doing it for a second lap running. Almanac sets the first lap 106.5, and he will be making a move in turn 1. Now he will have to defend going into turn 3, but he might not actually need to. He's 7 tenths now ahead. So those softs are absolutely dominant. Now let's see how his sector 2 goes, and let's see how much he gains on Mayo. Obviously it's 4.6 at the moment, and it's dropped down by already a tenth.
Yeah, and Goran sending it into turn 3, now going into turn 4, trying to get past that Williams, who does have a flashing red light, so he is low on the battery. This is for P3, and maybe Ty just wants to stay behind for now and save that battery, or the tires might have died a bit because he made such an early stop. Lap 13 I think it was, very early.
Almanac's lost some time actually, but I was checking on the telemetry of Mayo. He was using ERS that lap, and not obviously that ERS to set him a 106.3, the fastest lap of the race. But Rob is absolutely down and out. He was I thought he would make up some positions, but he's just not at all today. I think he's just suffered. He was really good in qualifying, but I think he's just suffered in the race. No race pace at all, as we've got 14 drivers running. Sid retiring in the pits, and Mons obviously causing a virtual safety car at the very start, crashing at turn 1, unfortunately, as King makes a move on Wisey, and Wisey's actually lost 2 positions into turn 1.
Yeah, I think he let them both pass there, and I think he knew that wasn't his battle to take. Andre will now be trying to pounce up into turn 3. He will be braking early to get the DRS, so he's using his teammate strategies on the Red Bull up in front of King Luke, heading into turn 4 now. Andre will go for the inside, switching at the last second. Break late, and then ahead we go. And Almanac with a 1.6.3 on those soft tires. So that is really good.
I think he's gained 4 attempts that lap as well with that. So they are just fighting for race time here. There is a Sector 2 purple, and that was Sector 2 yellow. That was Wisey who spun into turn 5, or he just went wide, and he is slow. I think he's going to retire from this race.
Yeah, he seems to have had some sort of issue. He's now running again, going into the pits. He will probably be retiring from this race. Almanac Cascade on Milosh in front, but he's on the soft tires, still will die towards the end. But he has made a big gap to Goran behind, and Ty has completely lost out here, and he's now being caught up by Red Panda, who is on the medium tires, and Racer behind as well. Those two will be very, very fast at the end, as those medium tires will be very good. So Ty without any ERS as well, still no ERS, so this will be an overtake up into turn 3. Will Racer go through as well? Dan Rubber with a 1.6.2 on the medium tires. He's just pitted, so on the inside Panda will go, brake late and get ahead on the exit. Racer will follow through on that, so side by side by the Williams, but yeah, it's just no match. Those tires are too old. They have died compared to the mediums of Panda and Racer. So those two are fighting to catch up to Goran in front, so they can have a fight for the podium. Dan Robbo is now catching up to Obi-Wan as well. He is pushing to fight back after that unfortunate 5-second penalty he got at the start.
I'm just wondering, Stell got pole position. Obviously, the drive-through penalty has messed up his race completely, but I'm surprised he hasn't been able to make up any other position. I was expecting him to be in this P3 fight between Goran and Red Panda Racer, and possibly not anymore Ty, because obviously he pitted well too early onto the hards, and obviously I think that's what you said, the hards will fall off now because of the mediums. But Racer is making a move on Red Panda. He has gone once again, so that gives Red Panda the opportunity to make a move now, retake that 4th place, but they need to start working together if they want to catch up and start fighting for that P3, the 3-car battle. But obviously it's only P4 and P5, as Dan has made a move on Obi-Wan now, who obviously had a quality ban, and he's actually made up some good ground, P8 at the moment.
Yeah, that is decent points for the Aston Martin. So I'm surprised Rob is still in this race. He's just looking for a safety car at this point. He wants to be a tiny bit lucky, and that is fair enough.
I think everyone is actually looking for a safety car. They all want to have a little chance for the win. Mayo is now 5 seconds ahead. He is now flying. I think that's his race victory in his hands, as Racer is making another bit to turn 3. He has gone wide again, which gives Panda again the better exit and to just breeze past Racer. I think Racer just needs to stay behind him into turn 4. Exactly what Mayo's done, exactly what Almanac's done to each other. But obviously Racer's being a bit impatient, braking too late, and obviously keeps going off in turn 3. Turn 3. Everyone should be looking for a safety car now, because I think they don't want to stay on these tyres. I think they want to go onto the softs. Almanac, 3-second time penalty now. Obviously, he's of Goran, so he will be staying in P2. But I think that's Mayo's race victory in his hands.
Yeah, he's already gotten another warning. Ties into the pits.
I want to see what tyres he goes on. I'm assuming it will be the softs. It will be the
It is
softs.
soft tires going on to that car. Racer now looking to go ahead into turn 3, and he gets past this time. He stops the car. Very good to see Racer stopping the car into turn 3. He's had a few issues tonight with that braking zone when overtaking Red Panda, especially. Gone wide 3 times or so. But he is past now, and he's ready to put in a few laps, or maybe even try and get Panda out of the air so he can stay in that P4, as he has gotten that 3 seconds time penalty.
Yeah, I think he needs to start using his ERS now. He is at the moment. I just went on board with him. He will need to get that 3-second advantage. So finally, he stopped the car into turn 3 and not gone wide, but now he is now the defender, and Red Panda is now the aggressor, the attacker, going into turn 3. So Red Panda, he is good with the dive bombs and with the good overtaking. He has DRS. He is 4 tenths behind Racer going into turn 3. I think he's just going to stay behind for the time being. It's not ERS, but he has made up some ground now. He is a 10th faster on his fastest lap, and now he is all back of Racer. He will be using his as well going into turn 4. Now he's going to look for the outside line into turn 4. There's been some drama in the past with turn 4s in real life F1 and obviously in this game, and now he's stoned for the switch back into turn 5. Now he's going to look for the outside move, and Racer has set his car absolutely perfectly to stay ahead of Panda and keep the P4 alive for him. And obviously it will be net P5 and Panda's net P4 at the moment, but this is an absolute amazing car battle between Panda and Racer.
Yeah, good battle, and they are catching up to Goran in front as well, so even when they're battling, they're showcasing really great pace. I would assume that Panda stays behind into turn 1. Yes, he will. That's not really an overtaking spot unless you are that much faster, but he will already be pouncing before the first kink on this straight, so he's gotta be well clear going into turn 3. He will brake late and get the apex and then get the exit. No, he doesn't get the exit. Race is right behind, ready to fight back. He will try and go for the inside, and he is going for the inside, and he is now up ahead. And the switchback. Panda is showcasing a lot of experience here. Ooh. So on the outside, he will be trying to go, and that is, you can't really get past that, can you? Not when you're on equal tires. So let's check penalties while we are at it. We do have 3 seconds for Almanac, 3 seconds for Racer, 3 seconds for Dan, Obi, Stelio, Griffin, and Ty without penalties. He's catching up to Griffin. King Luke with 12 seconds of penalties. That is quite a lot. Robstar with 6. He's gotten quite a few warnings in the start of the race, but he is not getting any more right now.
Oh, down the inside goes Panda on Racer. They have touched a bit, but Racer is going for the exit now. They will be going towards turn 9. Panda has the DRS, so obviously Panda will be defending that position, and now this is Panda's chance to get that gap on Racer, as the gap 6 seconds now. Almanac is suffering on those tyres. Rob is just having his old casual race, and Andres is looking for a move on King Luke at the moment. Into turn 4 we go, and now he won't be able to make the move.
Yeah, even down here they're still battling for positions. Ty is on those fresh soft tires. He will make up a lot of ground, and he is without a penalty as well, so if he can get close to the guys up ahead, he might steal a few positions. So it's all about putting in those qualifying laps now for Ty. He's out without ERS, but he does just need to put on maximum pace in that Williams, as Race is struggling a bit now. Looks like he was 6 tenths behind going into turn 3, and he's 6 tenths behind going out of turn 3, even 7 tenths behind. So Panda is pushing in massive pace in that Red Bull up in front. Racer catching back up a bit, going into turn 5. So, a bit of gravel touching there. The rear end does look quite unhappy on those old medium tires now. But he seems to be doing alright so far. He's staying quite clear of the curbs as he does not want another penalty. Dan Robbo is catching up as well. He's putting on a massive push to keep up. Ooh, as he almost loses it. So that's a bit of a jinx by me. I apologize, Dan.
Commentator's curse.
That is the first time I've done that this season. But Panda getting a bit of a bad exit. But I don't think Racer will be able to attack into turn 4. Panda does have that great straight line speed in that Red Bull. Dan is catching up a bit again. Hopefully I won't jinx him this time around. Does take quite clear off that inside curb, as it can spin you around as well in this corner. So he's pushing. He's gained 5/10 so far, and we will be heading into the final lap. No, not the final lap.
Penultimate.
Penultimate lap. So Racer is putting on a bit of a push now. He does not want to concede a position to Dan. Almanac is still keeping on that P2 for now, but he does have Goran behind. Goran is so close to that 3-second barrier as well. Racer going up the inside into turn 3, and they touch a bit, and will Racer, he does have the DRS, but Panda is still keeping up a tiny bit. He will go for the outside line, and yeah, you just really can't go on the outside there, and he does get pushed wide. That will give Dan the invitation to get DRS. So it is a free car fight now, but Panda does not need to overtake. He's got a clean record with more penalties. Gorans is within those 3 seconds of Almanac now, so those hard tires do look better than the soft tires. Still, those have done quite a lot of time. Miloš is in the lead by 8 seconds. He's done a flawless race tonight. So Panda will maybe even try and overtake Racer into turn 3, because Luke getting another penalty. He's still up to 15 seconds now. Panda just looking for that inside, but he doesn't really get the exit to pounce. No, he's out of ERS now, and going into turn 4, Racer is defending, and this does look good, but I will switch on to Miloš, who is coming out of the final corner now. He's setting up towards the line. He will be very happy to have the win here tonight. Robstar getting another penalty behind Miloš. Almanac P2, he will lose out to Goran, who does get the P2. Racer will be P4 on track, but he will lose out to Panda, who does get P4, and it will be Racer, Dan Robbo. Then we have Obi coming towards the line now. He will get a P7. That is from last, and Still Show, after getting that drive through on lap 1, have only been able to recover to P8. So that was quite intense at the end there. Free car fight for P4.
Yeah, that was an amazing race, better than what I expected it to be. Obviously, Austria's a really good track, but it's not good for overtaking it. I think it's more of a qualifying track than a race track. But obviously, they have made it into a race track with many, many overtakes a day. And I just want to ask you, Hako, who do you think is your driver of the day today?
It's almost impossible to not say Miloš. He's been absolutely flawless tonight, pulling out such a big gap as well. I think it was close to 10 seconds to P2, so that's massive effort to pull out such a gap in such a close tier as well.
Yeah, I think driver of the day for me will be Obi-Wan. He did a really good race today. Obviously, he had the quali ban and then moved straight onto an amazing I forgot which one. I think it was a P5 finish for him. No, it wasn't. It was P7 actually, from 15th on the grid. That was an amazing race by him today.
Yeah, definitely is good. I will take some shots here just to be sure. So, does look good. Almanac P3, he is doing really well in this battle for the Drivers' Championship. I will be trying to get the drivers into here. If you can ask them, Kexel, I will invite them.
Yeah, I'm on them.
Thank you for the raid, Panda. Appreciate it. Good race to you, mate. Great job at that P4. Currently looking for the drivers to join the VC. We do have Milash and we do have Goran in here. We are looking to see if we can get Almanac in here as well before we start with the interviews. So maybe I should do a bit of plugging. I'm not usually listening when Matty does them, but if you guys do want to join the community of Contest of Speed, you can join the Discord. It should be in the chat somewhere. If Matty will be so kind to post it or do something, thank you, Caxel. You should join up and maybe even try and showcase your skill. If you want to race, or you can just be in here. We're doing a lot of open lobbies as well. Quite an open community. Yes. So we do have all drivers in here. We will be going on to P3 first. So Almanac, welcome to the commentary booth again. You are P3 today with an unlucky 3-second penalty, but how was your race? What was the why did you go on to the soft tires?
It was a regular race. Austria usually has more action. I got mid and soft because I did it in another league and it's working, but I need more. Maybe I need the safety car, and it was a better tactic. But I'm on the podium again. It's okay.
Yeah, another podium position. Cax, do you have any question for Almanac?
Obviously, your race with Mayo, it was pretty good, and then you fell off the pace dramatically. I don't know if you just pushed your tyres too much for it to deck down and lose so much pace. And my main question is, just take me through your race. Was it the race that you expected today, or was it just under your requirements as obviously you finished P3 after that penalty?
Mm, I'm fine because it's anyway it's points and good points. It was through 3 seconds my mistakes because it's softs and softs is gone. I don't know.
We do appreciate it
Yeah.
for you joining Almanac, even though you do struggle a bit with English. You have told me in the past, but I do appreciate you trying to explain your thoughts. It is massively appreciated in the commentary booth. Going on to Goran, P2 on your return to Contest of Speed. I think you just about got a full-time drive coming up to this race. So take me through your race. Good result with a P2 at the end. You did pit quite early, but how was your race?
Hi. First of all, sorry for my bad English. It's not my native language, but I will try. But the race was good. The qualified not so good. I do my best, but I always have a race pace better than the quali. In the first half of race, battle with the racer, and I tried to keep up with him and battle with him. I pitted in seventh. Sorry. I was on the medium and I pitted in the 17th lap. Thanks for Almanac for the soft tires and that penalty. The second race, there was a battle with King Panda and Racer, and I was ahead of 4 or 5 seconds. I was managing my battery. I will know that the soft tires will at the end not so good, and I took advantage of this and in 3 seconds. And congratulations to Mayo and Almanac for the podium.
Thanks.
That was a good race by you, Goran, today. I just want to ask you that battle at the start stint, your first stint between Racer, Panda, and Tai. You did get the edge on them. You were defending pretty well. Obviously, you lost the position to Racer, and then you reacted to it, and it's costed you the podium today, and it was for my opinion, a well-deserved podium. Just take me through that battle and between your stints. What was your required stints, and did you have to pit earlier, or did you have to pit later? What was your strategy right, or did you think it just needed to be done for the undercut?
No, I was thinking about the undercut, but they were on the hard tires. Then I pitted with a strategy that I set up in the beginning of the race. That I didn't have to change it, and it's very well and for me.
Yep, well done on P2, Goran. Very nice job today.
Thank you.
So heading on to our race winner tonight, Miloš in the Haas. How are you, Miloš? And take us through your race.
Yeah, it's a great moment for me. I took hard tires because I thought about doing overcut. But then I thought that I'm gonna just wait for all the other guys in hards to pit, and I'm gonna just box the next lap. And that was my strategy. Unfortunate for that McLaren, who was in pole. He probably could win.
Definitely.
Yeah. sorry, Mayo. It was a nice race by you today, dominant. Obviously, when you saw that Almanac was suffering on the tyres, just take me through the stints today. Did you absolutely perfect that? And did you think, because you and Almanac pit at the exact same time, lap 20, did you think the soft tyres weren't the way to go? And did you think that Almanac made the wrong strategy choice in his opinion?
Yes, I thought that, but I was scared of safety car. I was scared all the time that there's gonna be safety car in the worst moment. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think that he could have gone mediums or softs,
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. Nice race today. Obviously, the race victory, your winner today is Mayo. Thank you for the interview as well.
Thanks.
So that will conclude for tonight. There will be a race later on. I think that will be AM3. So please do show up for that. That is at like 2 UK time, 3 if you're Central time. If you are up at that time, you can watch that. That is very late, but join the community as well. That will be there's space for everyone here, and then we are here next week again. That will be me and Matty. Kaxu was stand-in for tonight. He is usually doing, I think, tier 1 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Thursdays, tier 1s.
So if you want to hear Kaxu commentate again, turn in on Thursday for EU1. I will be racing tomorrow in EU2 on a Wednesday. If you want to see me crash out, you'll probably want to turn in then. So thank you everyone for watching tonight, and we will see you guys next Tuesday for EU3 again. Goodbye and have a great evening, everyone.